Hello everyone. I am going to do a flip today of everything in my planner and show you what inserts I use and all of that good stuff. So my planner is very, very chunky and I love it this way. Sometimes I go back and forth and I'll be like, okay, let's just clean it out and make it really thin. And then I go back to thick. So it's just, I guess it's on my mood, you know. Today, my mood is thick. Anyways, okay, so what I have here is a Moterm 30 millimeter rings, and it is the color of chocolate. I love brown. I don't know why, I just do. And so that is why I picked this one. All right, let's get into it here. So I use this as a wallet. This goes everywhere with me. I have two other videos, and I've mentioned that my husband had a stroke in January, and so I needed a small planner to go with me absolutely everywhere. So this is my wallet, so I keep all my stuff in here. I got some Ollie clips in here. This is a Plan with B freebie, which I love, and I made it, I colored the stars, and then of course, this is always important to remember. But this has, I bought these two stickers at a craft fair and they're so cute, and I want to put them in my journal, but they're just in here. So got this one and this one. I just think they're so cute. And they just kind of sit there waiting for the best day to put them into my journal. All right. And then I recently printed this off too. This is also a Plan with B freebie. Her freebies are absolutely amazing. So is her website. I have lots of stuff of hers in here, which I will show. This is an old sticky notes thing. It used to be a lot longer than this, but I cut it to size, and it's just my sticky notes hub. And I have a few here too with some stickers. This I made myself a little folder for some stamps and things like that. More sticky notes. I have sticky notes like everywhere you can get sticky notes. And this is my budget thing, and this is a whole different conversation. I will not go into that, but obviously budget, which I won't show exactly. All right. This I keep an emergency because it's my wallet. I keep an emergency 20. You never know. I keep that there. This is a cute little envelope I got from, I think, a washi tape company. I have no idea. It was years ago that I ordered, so where it was from. But anyways, then I have a farm section. I have a tiny farm with, let's see, which one's first? Goats. I have Nigerian dwarf goats, and I have made my own pages for them. And then I have trackers. All the trackers that I have in here are from Phoenix Printable. And they do not have an Instagram page, but they have an Etsy page, and they're very reasonably priced. So anyways, this is hoof trimming. I try to keep up to date, and it looks like last time I did this was May, so I really should get out there and trim their hoofs. And then on the back is barn cleaning, and I'm definitely behind on barn cleaning because I have traveled a lot. And then the next is my rabbits. I made some rabbit notes for myself as well. And then my chickens. This I printed from Pinterest. And I have some chicken notes too that I have made. Next is turkey. I have one turkey. And I made some turkey notes too. And then my garden. Wrote, you know, just little things, tips and tricks, and I made garden notes too. So, and then the next section is for my boys, and actually all three of my boys are in here, including my husband, because of his stroke, I need to have things written down here so I never forget them. So if doctors, you know, are like, hey, blah, 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 I can be like, oh yes, and flip through and find it. So that's what that section is. This is my meal list that I keep everything. I am always adding like different meals to it. I put this on cardstock, and then I put a piece of tape here, and I think on the back too. Some tips, a little recipe, and then my master chore list for my boys. And then I just have a few things. I, created this myself with some stickers. This is a sticky note. I got a whole pack of different animals, and it's adorable. My boys when they were tiny, and now they're big. And I randomly decided to make things like this. This is on cardstock and with another piece of paper on it, and then notes from my mom and my sister. And then I printed this from Pinterest and put this in here, and I actually put tape all over it because I'm not fancy enough to have an laminator. Is that what it's called? I forget. Anyways, so I just taped it, and it worked really well. And then I put sticky notes on the back of that. This is from Simply Create Doodles. Her stuff is so stinking cute. I absolutely love it. I have one or two more of hers in here. And then this is summer projects, add to planner, Instagram stuff, hashtags, and then my notes section. This is the note paper I write my Sunday notes on from church. And then we go into my envelope thing. Let's see, I've been doing that. I put something on Instagram where I cut my envelopes to size and use them as scratch paper. And then thrifting, I cut this to size with vellum, period tracker, headache tracker, books that I'm reading. I want to keep track and see how many books, actually not reading, listening to. I want to keep track of how many books I've listened to all year long. And then my grocery list, and then a fun page, or fun section, I guess. I found this on Google and just printed it off to size. And then these are Plan with Bee printables, freebies that I just randomly put in there because I thought they were adorable. And then I've been putting these little pieces of paper, or actually cardstock, in here and putting pictures of my family on them. And then I have a prayer section. Getting ready for college section, I printed this off myself. Another tracker that I have not filled out, shows and movies and stuff to order. This is also from Plan with Bee. These were, she has a sale going on. I don't know if it's still going on at the moment, but I ordered both of these. And this I just made for myself. I don't know, it's cute. Also a Plan with Bee thing. This is Pinterest, my boys, and just paper from Hobby Lobby. I made this recently. This is a tracker from for workouts from the Phoenix printable, and I have done so good with my working out lately, and I realized that yesterday's steps are not in there, so I will write that in. And then we're on to my dailies, which if you watch my previous two videos, you'll see those. And these are simply just, I wanted something so much simpler for my everyday stuff, my dailies. I used a Plan with Bee daily before this, and it was great, but it was a little too much. I just needed something with just lines, something a lot simpler. And so this is actually it's from Plan with Bee as well, but it's a freebie, and I think it's like, I don't remember what it is exactly, what she has it labeled on, but regardless, this is very simple, and it was a freebie, so I have been loving this simpleness of that. So, all right, all of July, and then I have a thing for Bigfoot. And then we are at all of my monthlies. And I always am putting sticky notes in between all of these. So, and then let's see, let's go on. And then got that, also freebie from Plan with B. I need to actually do that, but I don't have my highlighters, my specific highlighter for that here. So we'll do that later. And then I have more pictures of my family. And then a couple stickers. And then I also do a cash envelope system, sort of, just with a few things. Groceries, Homestead stuff, things like that. And I usually get out cash and put it in here once a month and try and stick to this budget and I try really hard not to do too much extra. I haven't been doing very good with it lately, but you know, we try. And then I have 2 little stickers, a really, really old picture of my husband and I before we were married. And then I keep random things in here. This is actually some sticker paper so I can stick things on for my journal if I don't have my journal with me, which I usually don't if I'm out and about. Okay, that was really hard to get back in. And then I have back here I have papers for doctor visits and stuff like that for my husband. So I have everything at the ready always here for his appointments. So that is all. If you have any questions, put a comment in and I will answer. Also, if you happen to like this video, hit the thumbs up. It helps algorithm. I have heard, I don't know if it's true, but it couldn't hurt. So anyways, thank you for watching and following along. I will see you next time.